Good afternoon, everybody. Let's get the camera set here. Got a little project today. Won't take too long, and I'm going to take you along with me, show you how to do it. First off, I'm going to show you all a couple of finish knives. One you have not seen, one you have seen. Let's see, Mr. Yazzie. Here's yours all finished up. A J. Skinner with a wood handle, and this is walnut. 3 coats of finish, very durable, very good handle. Now Mr. Yazzie wants this knife for exclusively skinning, small game type things, but you can also skin a deer with it. I've seen it done with a knife just like this. Very, very sharp. There you go. That will be on the way to you tomorrow. Now this next one, you've already seen the knife. This is one of the coyote bone skinners. And Shannon wanted a left-handed sheath, belt sheath. So there you go right there. Fit on your belt on the left side, and that will be on the way to you tomorrow. Now all the knives I showed in the last video, that's why I took it down, all of them are sold. Mr. Greg, them are coming to you, and I don't have anything available right now. Nothing. So once I get some of this other work done, I'll get some more made up, and we've got a couple of ideas. We'll do a little bit of something different maybe. Now I'm wearing my official Stedhomer hat. Mr. Stedhomer brought this to me personally, and being as I'm going to work on a project for him, that's what we're going to do today. I thought we'd wear the Stedhomer hat. If y'all have not checked out Stedhomer's channel, go over there, check him out. I'll leave a link down below. It goes back a few years. We've known each other for a good while now. It's got an awesome pole barn build. All kinds of stuff that he builds. Very good carpenter, very good craftsman. My favorite video that he's ever put up is the homemade crane. Y'all got to check that out. I like it. I like that thing. Maybe I'll get up there one of these days and see it. Alright, this knife he sent me. Very nice sheath. Little lightweight leather. Very, very nice. This knife belongs to his granddaughter. Was hand forged out of a horseshoe somewhere at she likes the Renaissance fair type things, and apparently they had a blacksmith booth set up there, and it's very nicely forged. It looks really well. Looks really good. The only thing is, it got hot. If you can see right there, there's a big crack that goes right up through here, which for what this knife is going to be used for, it doesn't really matter. There's another one up here in the very end, a tiny crack. It doesn't go all the way through. I can't get my fingernail in there, but this one I can get my fingernail in. It's where the horseshoe nails go through. But I checked it. He wants me to regrind, well, not regrind, because it really doesn't have any bevels ground. Pardon me, but grind some bevels in it, sharpen it good, and it's not hardened. And if a blacksmith did it, the reason it's probably not hardened is because of that crack. I wanted to harden it, heat treat it and temper it, but I'm afraid that crack will open up more. So what we're going to do is just regrind the bevels, clean it up real good, and I maybe can harden just the edge part of it just a little bit, from the grinder to the quench bucket, but we'll see. But in either case, if it works, it does. If it don't, it don't. It'll still be a good knife for what it's going to be used for. So there we go. Now, if I had forged that out of a horseshoe, I'd be pretty proud of it. That's a nice knife. Don't want any kind of wood handles on it, nothing like that. I would suggest maybe a paracord wrap handle if she wanted to go that way with it, but it feels fine just like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it over to the wire wheel. We're gonna buff it real good all over, clean it up good, then grind some bevels on it. Then I want to gum glue the whole thing to keep from rust. It's already down in here. There's already some rust forming in there, and it actually won't hurt it, but it will get all over your hands when you want to use it. So basically just a reground, sharpen, clean up, and polish, if you will. All right, let's move over to the wire wheel, and we'll do that. Take you along with me on this one. All right, see if you can see that. Yeah, we can see that. I spent 30 minutes looking for my big tripod, but I found it. I folded it up and put it away. All right, we're gonna start off with the stiff wire wheel and then go to the soft wheel and see what we can do with this thing. Alright, so on and so forth, and we'll look at it when it gets finished. Alright, there we go. Got it all cleaned up real nice. Now I'm not going to take any of the forged marks out and all that. That's part of the knife. That's the way it's supposed to be. Now we're going to put it on the jig like this. And I've got to play with it and get the angle set like I want it, because I don't want to go too deep. I don't want to get into that crack right there. You can really see it now. I don't want to get into that at all, but let me get the jig set and we'll change belts on the grinder and see what we can do. I've got my hands dirty. Oh, going it. Alright, I got the jig set up. Hopefully you can see it okay, because I got to have room to get to the water tank over here, the water barrel. Now all that extra noise you're hearing will be rain. This rained, this is I think 7 days in a row, and 2 of those days were all day, all night, all day, all night. So oh well, at least it's not 150 degrees. So all right, let's get to grinding. little quench. Don't want it to get too hot. Alright, that's what I want right there. Now the final sharpen and polish I'll do over on the 2x42. Didn't want to take too much material off. Now I'll flip the blade and do the same thing on the other side. Alright, I don't know that hardened it very much by quenching it, but didn't hurt it none. Okay, we have a proper bevel ground on there. Now I want to do all this before I put the gun blue on it, and the only thing shiny will be the edge. That is for rust prevention. Let's head over to the 2x42 and we'll do that. Now this is a 100 grit silica carbide belt that is wore slap out, which is perfect for polishing. We'll get some of these scratches out, not all of them. We don't want them all out. And that sharpened it pretty good. It's got a little bit of an edge on there, but this belt right here will polish this out and put a very nice edge on it. All right, watch your ears. We're gonna do it. Hang on. Dadgummit, my water bucket's empty. I need water. We gotta quench it. Hang on. Camera pick it up and you can start to see the burr come up right there. Alright, I can actually see it. I don't know if you can, but the burr came all the way across. That's what I want right there. Now we're going to go over to the buffer. I'm going to buff it down real good. smooth it out good, polish this a little bit more, and then we will go to the hand sharpening section, and we're almost done after we gun blew it. That won't take but a minute. Alright, over here at the buffing station, we're going to use some green compound, just all around good polishing compound. I'll show you a little bit of it. Alright, work on this a little bit on each side and go on to the next step. Gotta get my water bucket. Alright, let's get this thing finished up. I'll show you one thing I did, because I was told to do what I thought it needed. Right here, I put a little, sometimes called a finger choil or a sharpening choil. And what that's for is, you know where to start sharpening and where not to. Also, in your hand, being this doesn't have a guard or a handle or anything, when your finger slides there, you feel that, you know you're at the edge. Sort of a almost finger guard, if that makes any sense. But there we go. Now we're going to get it cleaned up real good before I put the gun blue on there. (91% alcohol) works just as good as acetone for this kind of thing. What I'm doing is cleaning off the buffing compound. And anything else that might be on there. And the alcohol will evaporate very quickly. Get the spine real good. There we go. Rinse. Let's get down in that crack just a little bit. If it hadn't have been for that crack, I would have did a complete heat treat on it. I just didn't want to take the chance of it getting any bigger. Now, Mr. Stedhomer, this is his, like I said, I think I did anyway. This is his granddaughter's knife. And she loves the Renaissance fairs and all that kind of stuff. The period knives, swords, axes from that time, which I think we all do. That's pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to send a stack of business cards for her to pass around at the next fair she goes to. I am a businessman. Because this kind of thing is, I love doing this kind of stuff. Fixing things, even making stuff. It's about to get that time of year around here where it'll be cool enough to where I can get out to the forge and actually do some forging. I just can't do it in the summer because it's so hot here. There we go. Now this will be a long clip, so we're just going to go ahead and do the whole thing. Alright, there's a clean, almost clean rag, good enough. Let's get this out of our way. Now this gun blue will protect the metal, help keep it from rusting, make it look very nice, make it look black just like it was before. Look at that. And there's lots of different kinds of gun blue. Almost all of it is good that I've ever used. But this is, if you like to mess with this kind of stuff, this is Birchwood Casey. It has been around for a couple hundred years, I think. And I buy it in the big quart bottle, which is very, very expensive, but that doesn't matter if it works. And this does. This is very good stuff. And I'll add right quick while I'm talking. Y'all know me, I like to talk. A lot of knife makers will not fool with stuff like this. Simply because there's not much money in it. Well, to me on knives, this kind of thing, money is not everything. You have anything like this that you want redone, refurbished, let me know. I'll do it. Now, I don't like doing a lot of the imports, the Chinese stuff. That's just like a lot of my friends rag me about stuff about to eat. Just because I don't like it don't mean I won't eat it. So, but I really don't like the Chinese stuff. But the older Japan stuff don't bother me a whole lot. But anyway, see, I'll hush. There you go. Now let it sit just a minute. I'll take it out, and it's got to be rinsed in water, rubbed down with some steel wool, and then we'll oil it real good and do the final sharpening, condition that sheath, and we'll be good to go. Alright, I know y'all can hear the rain, but sorry about that. Not much I can do about it. I'm going to put this on the Arkansas stone. Now this has been dropped and broken. This stone plus a Norton two-way stone is part of a set my daddy bought me when I was 14 years old. And it works just as good today as it ever did. I'm just polishing that burr off of there, knocking it off just like that. Alright, that's pretty sharp. Now we'll put it on the strop. And what the strop does, takes the last little bit of burr off of there, polishes that edge. I'm having to move it because it's not a very big handle there. That's alright too. Normally don't do it, but we'll do it. Let's see. There you go. A sharp knife. Now, last step. Besides the sheath, and we'll take one final look. Let's put some oil. Before I do the sheath, I'll have to wash my hands good with it. We're gonna oil it down good. Oh, am I in the camera? There we go. I'm gonna be real careful and not go that way. Ask me how I know not to do that. Now it's very heavy oil. I want to leave it on there for just a little bit while I'm getting the sheath done. Just put it down on that paper towel right there. Now I'll wash my hands real good, and then I'm going to go ahead and condition the sheath just a little bit, and we'll be done. Let me find a finger that don't have oil on it, turn the camera off. Maybe this one. And this is my favorite thing to condition leather with. Doesn't take a lot. Just rub it in good. This will moisturize the leather. But if you have a leather sheath, you should do this every now and again anyway, especially if you carry it all the time. You know, every month or so. Mink oil, this works. Saddle soap will work. Neat's foot oil, that's what I dip mine in when I make a new sheath. Neat's foot oil, that will actually work very well. Take a deer tallow, beef tallow, something like that'll work. I wouldn't use pork fat. It will work, but it will turn rancid and start stinking. So I'm going to take a clean rag and just buff it up a little bit. That's why you should do this every month or so. It don't take but just a few minutes. And that tub of mink oil is Tractor Supplies where I got that, because they're the ones that carry the brand I like. I think it's $3.99 or $4. It's less than $5, so, and it lasts forever. There we go. Now, don't that look nicer? And it smells good. So there we go. Now I'm going to wipe the oil off the knife, and we're going to take a final look at it. And I'll start running my mouth and take it inside when it quits raining. And get it packaged up and send back to the house. If I go out there and get wet, well, BC Truck says that he'll melt. I'm not so sure about that, but I know I will. So there we go. That's what you need right there. Alright, one more clip, we'll be finished. Well, alright, all finished up. Let's take a look. Got the sheath all conditioned and polished up. There's the knife right there. Razor sharp, like y'all saw. A little bit of dust on it. Dust in my shop. There we go. Mr. Stedhomer, I hope you like it. I hope your granddaughter likes it. And we'll go in the box. We'll pack them up tonight. Take them out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning being Monday morning. And I also have a grab bag for Mrs. Stedhomer. Most of it's pretty obvious what it is, but some of the stranger stuff I've got pieces of tape on there and got a label, so maybe she can make something out of that. Pretty cool, I think. But anyway, there you go. As Stedhomer says, tell your friends, tell your next door neighbors, tell the people at the Renaissance Fair that you know a knife guy that can fix anything and build almost anything. So anyway, it's still raining. It's going to keep raining. It ain't never going to stop, and we'll never get to go fishing around here again. Maybe next year it'll rain and quit, so we'll see. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll be back very soon with that big massive build that I've got. I've got some steel prepped and all that ready. You'll see that in a different video. Thanks again, and I'll see y'all next time.